What's up, guys? This is Ben with Spiritus Systems. So going to give you all a quick overview of what we're doing out here at SHOT Show and some of the new products. So start with the Mark IV. Most people are familiar with this. We've been making this system for some time. Still available, and it will be for a long time to come. We recently released the Mark V. We're announcing it here at SHOT Show. It should be available later this year. This is not replacing the Mark IV. It's just going to be concurrent with and offer a few different features for people that need something different. So by itself, the Mark V chassis is single cell. We have lash points at the top for tie downs if you need them. It's still going to accept our legacy inserts, so all the same stuff that works with the Mark IV from an insert standpoint also works with this. Molly for the front if you need to attach anything. Legacy pouches, we also have some pouches I'll get to in a second that we're releasing for it. Same lash points as the Mark IV, along with Molly and lash points for tourniquets, pistol pouches, or other accessories that you may want to put on here. It's also going to work as a chest rig and a placard. With the Mark V announcement, we've also released the CCS pouch. So the CCS was made in mind for people that needed to carry more than what a Mark IV can. We have a front section here that's designed for ATAC systems, KDUs, things of that nature. We've noticed that military guys are kind of getting away from wearing things on their chest. So this allows them to have a stash point that's easily accessible. They can access their device, put it back when they need to, and retain it there. The pouch itself is significantly larger than the Mark IV front section, so you'll notice you can easily access more items and stow things as you need to. More sustainment oriented, not really a kitchen sink type of setup, but you can definitely carry more than the traditional Mark IV microfight. In addition to the Mark V suite, we're releasing a split front chest rig system. This will be available later this year. So this is more oriented towards assault, lightweight, non-sustainment oriented systems, snipers, reconnaissance, even assault type stuff. The chest rig itself has 3 inserts on the back side, 7.62, 5.56 in pistol and geometry, although as you can see, you can stuff whatever you need in there. These are some pouches we're playing with. This is called the Spud pouch. So it's multi-mag capable. These are 2 7.62 pouches, also good for single mag and double mag 5.56 up to about 3 MP5 or grenades. So large CS, large smoke, up to a thermobaric. You'll notice the flap texture here. The working title of this is the Pangolin series of pouches. Kind of looks like a pangolin, so we thought that was cool. But what this is really about is 2 reasons. It helps snag the mag pouches or the mags that you see here, and it can cinch them down and reduce movement. So when you're using, say, a subgun, 5.56 or other items, it can keep things very secure, keep things from moving around. If I go to a single mag configuration, I can use this nice little pull tab to cinch things up. So especially for smaller mags, subgun or 5.56, I can reduce the size of that pouch and make sure things are nice and easy, nice and snug. And you can see how the flap works. We're also releasing some other pouches to support this later on. Right now you're seeing this with the GP Tall, which is available, recently released. And you can see some of our other items. So the CCS is here for the Mark V. The GP Wide was released earlier this year, also works with the Mark V. And then we have our brunch box. It's a working title, but the design requirements for this came from the Army, and they wanted something about half the size of our lunchbox. And we're kind of playing with something different. So we have the ability to take 2 strip charges on the front. The main pouch is about size for 2 flex linear or roll-up charges. And you can stow the fanny pack inside this section here. So if you don't want your straps, you can retain them there. And it can also be a sack pouch, able to hang off of your plate carrier front or rear. So that's the basic rundown on our chest rig systems over here. We can move over to plate carrier stuff if you all want to get into that. All right. Yeah.
Okay, you're green. Go ahead.
All right, guys. So this is something that's been out for a minute, but we're touching on it just because a lot of people don't know about the features available for this product. This is the Assaulter back panel. We worked pretty heavily with members of the Army and other areas on this panel, and it's got a lot of hidden features. So one of the complaints that we got on other legacy products out there is that other back panels are too big in general. Not that awesome for sitting in vehicles, aircraft, things of that nature. So at its basis form, we wanted something that was no bigger than the rear plate bag. So we have something that, when you mount it to a carrier, it's about that size. So I have two zippers on the side, and that all correlates to trying to make things smaller when possible. So this is the plate bag side. I can use this zipper to keep things super compressed. But when I need this internal space for hydration, tools, or other stuff, I can use it. I have lash points on the side for folding linears, so if I need to attach anything here for charge carriage or anything like that, I can do it. And I have pass-throughs here on either side that goes behind the main GP for strip charges, larger radio antennas, and things of that nature. When I needed to make it large, carry hoolie, sledge, or other tools like that, I can get as large as this right here. The top section is swappable, so we can remove it for a GP flap, or if you look over here at this mannequin, we have a prototype Papper flap on the mannequin. So this is something that's private menu. It's not available to the public. Not a lot of people use a Papper of this nature. But for units that are doing subterranean operations or contaminated environments, this allows them to place a device like this that's usually worn on a belt or on MOLLE, usually kind of cumbersome and troublesome. It allows them to take off the top section of the assault panel and just swap it out. Other than these items, we recently released the wing. And it's worth pointing out, we did a video on YouTube about it, but it's tubes compatible. So we have our tubes mount on our LV-119 plate carrier. There's a pass-through for the tube on the wing itself, but also there's an attachment point on the wing that allows you to retrofit it for other carriers. So for any traditional Velcro carriers like the JPC or similar, you can use this wing to make it tubes compatible. Other than that, we're announcing the release of the Delta bag. This is just finalized out of R&D, so we don't have a release date yet, hopefully by end of the year. And this was designed as an assault medic bag. So on the outer section, you kind of have your ABC or March protocol items, massive trauma, things of that nature. With the interior is a clamshell that's designed to hold drugs and other more fragile items. So it's not an assault panel, or it's not a back panel rather. It was designed as a medic pack, and so it's just a backpack. Medics have to be able to access their stuff, and so it's not integratable to an armor system. On the back here, you have stuff for flat items, hyphen seals, 9-line cards, things of that nature. The inner clamshell is good for drugs, and it's designed to lay open so that if I'm working or the medic is working in an area like this, they can access everything that they need and can easily go over to this side here. These zippers actually apply tension, so when these pouches are full, you can leave them open and generally be able to access everything easily. There's no digging through a stack of items. You can get it what you need, close it, get at your drugs, and keep working. We're going to be releasing some more organizer systems for the inside. This is Velcro, so we're going to have placards and other items to retain medical equipment, drugs, more smaller items with the larger items here. There's top organizer for shears and lash points for tourniquets or other things here on the sides. Price point on this is TBD, but we expect it to be less than $400. Other than medical stuff, we have this being fielded for EOD and TSE purposes. It's actively out in the military right now. We expect that it should be released end of the year.